Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next episode of the Shameless Freedom Podcast. And today we are going to talk about turn on. And my question to you is, what turns you on? And you might be thinking for a moment, well, what does she mean by what turns me on? And I want to share a story with you. So, when I first started this journey, a decade ago, there was a dear friend of mine, and there were some pictures, like photography pictures that were being taken. And he noticed that there was something about my photos. And he didn't really necessarily say that there was anything wrong with them, but there was this essence that was not present. And of course, I'm like, I don't know what the heck you're talking about. I mean, they're pretty pictures, whatnot. And then he asked me the question and said, "What turns you on? What lights you up?" I'm like, I don't know. And then he proceeded to ask again. And this was at a time where I had not really started exploring my sexuality as a woman. I was in a sexless marriage for 20 years, and was in this space of just not knowing, was numb. Like I wanted more, but yet didn't know how to claim more for me. And I remember the look on his face when like the aha moment came in. And I'm like, I just it's not that I don't enjoy being turned on, but I really have no idea what turns me on. Like I can't tell you. Like if you wanted to say, do I like this? Do I like that? Whatever. I couldn't say it because I didn't know. And that's when he was like, "Oh my God, you so need to tap into that side of who you are. That's the piece that will take your essence to the next level." And I remember sitting there being like, okay, well, I don't know what that means. So do I go Google, you know, what turns you on? And so it was a very interesting awareness because I just didn't know. And it's funny because sometimes even when I use the terminology turn on, people are unaware of what I mean when I say turn on because our turn on is our aliveness. It is our life force energy. It is our creativity. It is our radiance. And it is the source of our sexual power. So I have really dove deep into, well, what the hell does it really mean to claim your turn on and know what turns you on? And I actually have created a download that is 100 ways to tune up your turn on. And what's really cool about it is there are many different ways. That's the cool thing about turn on. It's not always exactly what you think. It is so much deeper than what we think our turn on is. It's our aliveness, our pleasure, our happiness, our joy, our orgasm, our magnificence, our mystique. And also, it is our rage, our grief, our sadness. We can actually use any feeling for turn on. And this is what allows us to step into the depths of our beingness and our fullest expression as women. So, I like to break this down into like five different categories of um, tuning up your turn on. And you can do that one with things that bring you pleasure. These are all of what I would call the self-love things that you would typically think about. You can also do something that I would call is um, embracing your sexuality as a woman. Just like allowing yourself to do something, wear something that makes you feel sexy, whatever sexy means to you. And it could actually even be doing something that is maybe just a little bit outside your comfort zone. That's what's really cool about this. It's about creative energy. It isn't just all about like sexual turn on. Doesn't mean I have to be turned on, so I'm going to have sex right now. No, this is that life force energy that fuels you as a woman and makes you feel alive. Um, then, of course, you can move into things that you can do with a partner and to, I'll call it spice things up a little bit, right? You guys all know what I mean. Um, this is the other beauty about sexuality is that I really believe it's an area that is full expansion. Like you can be so creative with your turn on and with your sexuality that it doesn't need to get boring or stale. That you can come up with fun, creative ideas. Some may be a flop. You have no idea. It's at least worth testing out. But that's where it's like the sky is the limit. You can be as creative as you desire to be in this space. Um, you can also then dive deeper into using your anger and sadness as fuel rather than being frustrated with it and angry and upset. I invite you to learn how to use all of the fullness of your feelings. I like to say, if you take a look at a piano, there are black and white keys on the piano. And if you just listen to the white keys and had happy, positive things, you can sense what that might feel like. If you just played the black keys, that would be a darker, flatter tone, but still can be beautiful music. But when you take the black and the white keys and you play them together, you create harmony, you create magic. And there's so many different sounds and songs that you can hear by taking those ADA keys and creating magic. That is the same with our feelings. When you are able to embrace all of the different feelings and feel the magic within them, not just be aware of them. I'm talking really feel into them, be with them, and then dance and move through them. That is where you are going to experience your body feeling it all. Because turn on is feeling your anger and rage. It is feeling your numbness. It is feeling your pleasure, your orgasm, like all of it. It makes you feel alive. And this is what women are missing. We are missing the aliveness in our lives. We are busy working, being moms, being wives, being house managers, chefs, chauffeurs, you name it, all of the roles that we women play. And I want you to feel into the energy of being a woman, a sensual, sexual, playful, creative, seductive, mysterious, magical, erotic woman. We all want that at our core. And in order to do that, you must learn to connect with the body, to connect with your energy, the things that light you up. And I'm not talking about the things that are just about supporting other people. I hear so many women say, I get fueled up by helping others. And that's beautiful and that's lovely. And I applaud any of that that is done to make a difference in the lives of others. And at the same time, that is not going to fuel you to keep going. You need to feel that turn on in your body that is for you. It's not for someone else, it's for you to touch yourself, to feel comfortable connecting with your own physical body. Allow yourself to feel, connect with your sensuality and your primal nature is what it means to be a woman. It is not wrong, dirty, shameful. And let me tell you, it is not something to put on the back burner. It is not something that is just for sexy time with your man. Okay, here is the secret, ladies, if you haven't known this already. Your turn on is not for him. No, it's for you. Your turn on is all about you living in the fullest extent of your energy, of your aliveness. You need to experience the depth of what that means for you. When you turn that on, watch and see what happens around you. Because it is not just for the bedroom. It is for creativity. It is for passion. It is for allowing you to be grounded and to show up as the best centered mom that you can be. You know, so many people have said to me, I don't understand how owning your sexuality can make you a better mom. Well, you know what? Trust me. And if you don't trust me, just wait and see. Have some faith and be curious about what really could truly happen in that arena. Because I have seen it. I've seen it with myself and my own family. I've seen it with clients. I've seen it with other women who do this work. That when you tap into your pleasure and your sexuality and your turn on as a woman, it impacts your children no matter what their age. I do not care. This will shift your relationship with your children. It will create opportunities for your children as well. Because you are showing up as a different woman. You are knowing what it feels like to live in your aliveness and your turn on. And here's the thing, your children know it. They feel you, they feel your energy. They know when you are happy. They know when you are sad. They know when you're alive. They know. You don't even have to say words. I think one of the greatest lessons that I've been learning these days too, especially with four boys, is they'll come to you when they need you. Sometimes we women talk too much. We just need to be in our energy. Focus on ourselves. What makes us happy? What fuels us? What turns us on and alive? Because kids are going to do what you do, not what you say. They feel you. They always feel you, and they will follow your energy. If you want what's best for your children, follow your frickin' turn on. Follow your pleasure. Follow your erotic desires. What turns you on, what lights you up. That is what is going to create change and transformation for you, for your partnership, for your family, for your business. Yes, I am talking to you about using turn on for your business. Yes. Now, I'm not saying you don't need any strategy whatsoever, but imagine if it could be easy. If you could be in that energy, in that turn on that allows you to call in and to magnetize and attract what it is that you desire. That's what this is about. So if you want to learn more about how you can tune up your turn on, I will include the link down below. And just allow yourself to play. Be curious. The goal is not let's do all 100 things at one time. The goal is to give you ideas, to be creative, to be creative and playful, and to inspire you to create your own ideas. That's the cool thing, right? There's not just 100. I'm sure there are thousands. Allow yourself to be open, to be curious, to learn more, and to step into that fullest expression of who you are. And if you are ready for more, you can always join our Shameless Freedom Live that we are having this September 19th and 20th at the Parsonage in Plainfield, this beautiful, amazing space where it's actually a refurbished rectory, which I think is just so potent and sweet for the juiciness of what we are going to experience on that weekend, because you will experience turn on. You will experience aliveness in who you are as a woman, or your fears of what stops you from wanting to experience that turn on, from allowing yourself to be open to receiving. When you dive into that, reach out and sign up for this amazing limited spot experience and be with other women who are on the same boat and are ready to tune up their turn on and make a difference in the world.